So, what do we have on for today? Well, get ready. Yes, it's a very, very pretty Morris Minor with a door that originally needed adjusting, and now it needs fixing because the adjustment plate fell off inside the wing somewhere. So I'll show you the repair in a short one. Now here's a problem a few of you might have had. Taken the bolts out of the hinge and the plate that sits behind in a couple of grooves. The grooves have rusted away and the plate has fallen down into the abyss. So I can't get the screws back in or the nuts back in to hold the hinge on, hold the door on. So fix is fit these inside, and then M10s, and then get some M10 bolts back through the hinge, and then if needs be elongate this so that I've got some adjustment on the door before I can fit the door back on. So the only downside is at the moment that'll go in the hole, so I've got to drill the hole out a bit bigger, but I don't have a 10mm drill bit with me, so I'm going to try and use a smaller drill bit and take the edges off. So I'll come back shortly and see what's happened. Oh, there's the first one in. Now I'll tighten it. Just going to get myself some spanners. Right, that's all three in. However, the issue being that when you try and tighten them up, they turn in the hole because they've got nothing behind it to support. So I did with this one, I folded the hinge over, put the bolts through. So I folded the hinge over, put the bolts through, and then when it's starting to tighten, it pulls the backing against the bracket, causes enough tightness to tighten them up. So I'll just do the other two, and then hopefully we can get the door back on. So it's got the other two in, and now the pressure from the hinge is pinching the cording at the back and creating enough friction to hold the bolt in. So theoretically, see what adjustment we've got on the door, but we should have it back on. I'll just go and find another nut. That's all three in. I'll just knit them up. There's one, two. Oh, it's nice and strong. Let's have a look at the door. I could probably do with a little shimming maybe, but when we started it was down here somewhere. So a massive improvement and a fix on what could have been a disaster to get to that plate. It's the wing off and the door off and the panels inside because it's like a tubular box, and the plate that they screw into has fallen down. I'm sure many of you have had the same issue, and probably many of you have come up with the same answer, but it was an easy fix. It didn't take too long. I'll have a mess with it and see if I can adjust it up a little bit, but I'm pleased with that. As you saw, the door wasn't quite aligned properly, so I'm going to put some washers got some M10 washers along with the nuts and these things that I bought. And I'm going to pack the hinge out a little bit, just when the door's shut it'll raise it up and should take the adjustment that I need. So I'm just going to get these fitted in just behind here, and we'll see how we get on. Right, that's the washers behind, and now when we shut, the adjustment is a lot better. So I'm pleased with that. Got a bit of work to do on the door handle and bits and bobs, but I'll do that another day. But apart from that, I'm pleased. One door back on.